High-tech architecture sort of, that expression, that title sort of crept up on us, really. It's quite difficult because it's a sort of name that was cooked up after the event. I suppose a number of us started using new types of construction, and people started to notice that new materials were being infiltrated into their lives, and they didn't quite know what was going on. But, it was just architects searching for new materials, which people gradually pushed into a type, into a theme of design. But all the buildings address their use and position and everything else very properly in a sense, in the sense of classical architecture, really. Park Road was a building we completed in 1970. It consisted of 40 flats over 10 floors with a magnificent view over Regent's Park. Park Road was a co-ownership housing society, and we thought the answer to life was to get some kind of community. We were all broke, and the idea was to build it as cheaply as you possibly could. It was just a very, very simple concrete frame with slabs separated by round columns. I mean, it's almost like a children's toy, really. And with industrial corrugated aluminium on the outside, which was the shock because people didn't use aluminium for that sort of building. They make them putting aluminium material between rollers, which have ridges in them, so that they basically come out in a wavy shape. If you want to curve it, you just speed up one of the rollers, and it comes out like that. So with a very simple steel subframe and this corrugated material, you can make a building. The windows, we've got a bus window manufacturer, so we got a good price for them. So say four things: the concrete, the steel subframe, and the windows and the cladding. You've got four materials, and that's it. It's a pity that the scheme wasn't bigger, really, because it didn't. That's all it needed. We wanted to make the block of flats as flexible as possible, and the basic idea behind that was that you could leave the structure as stripped down as you could, so that you could have any layout you wanted. Within the flats, there was no structure. There was a core and then a ring of columns around it, basically. We'd have structural walls set where we need them for structural bracing. People referred to it as like an American loft. It was sort of looked upon as an example of the first sort of multi-use loft-type building in this country. And once, of course, the building went up, everyone started noticing it. And they basically thought it was totally inappropriate in that setting, overlooking the park and so on. Didn't have a lot of support. Taxi drivers called it the Biscuit Tin. For the first few years when I was there, it actually looked rather good because I used to get the cleaning done properly, and it all looked quite kind of crisp. But and then people got used to it, and now people actually like it. So that's the way things go.